I grew up surrounded by love, but also by challenges. My aunt, who took me as her own, raised me with strength and dedication, doing everything she could do to keep our family together. My stepdad was in my life in ways I didn't fully appreciate at the time. Even though he faced his own struggles, especially with addiction, in many ways his battles reflected the struggles I would later face, the relationships I found myself in. We had everything we needed: a home, food, and family. But I still felt a deep emptiness, a need for love and belonging. School didn't come easy for me, and often I felt like I didn't belong there either. I felt out of place, disconnected, so sometimes I just didn't go. I skipped classes and drift through my days with a quiet feeling of being unseen and wondering if anybody noticed or understood. When I became a young mother, my church asked me to stand in front of the church and share my story, to confess what they saw as a mistake. It was one of the hardest moments of my life, standing up there with all eyes on me, feeling both shame and the weight of judgment. But I kept going to church, hoping to find comfort and some answers for my life. But after a while, I realized I was searching for something I couldn't find in the church, in any relationships, or even in anything outside of me. There was a time I felt like I was scrambling through life, feeling lost, searching for myself in a world that didn't seem to hold the answers. But even then, there was a spark in me, a hope that I could one day find something better, not just for me, but also for my children too. In 2018, I finally made a choice that I thought about for so long. I needed to create space to discover who I truly was. So I took a break from church, from certain relationships, and from the patterns that no longer served me. I isolated myself, not out of loneliness, but out of deep desire to find peace within. In that quiet space, I turned inwards. For the first time, I listened to my own heart, and I began to see myself in a new light. It wasn't easy, but in those quiet moments, I began to find forgiveness for myself and for others. I let go of all the regrets and the pain I had carried, and I began to feel lighter. Slowly, I learned to trust myself. Over time, I discovered that I can create my own life. I can be a mother who loved deeply, a woman who walked with purpose, and someone who carried peace wherever she went. Through my journey, I became stronger, kinder, and more compassionate. I realized that the love I had been searching for was within me all along. As I started to heal, I attracted the love and support I always longed for. I met a loving husband. He was someone who accepted me completely and gave me the space to continue healing, allowing me to feel whatever emotions needed to come up, and guided me with kindness rather than judgment. With him, I felt free to be myself and was reminded of the beauty of love that is patient, compassionate, and true. I realized that every experience I went through was part of my path to self-discovery. I no longer feel blame or regret for my past. Instead, I'm grateful because each experience helped me to become who I am. I understand that each step of my life, the hardship, the relationships, the moments of doubt, had brought me to a deep understanding of myself and a higher connection to the divine within. I see it all as a part of my growth. I had to go through these dark places to see my own light. I now know that I am creating my life and that I have the power to shape my world with love, faith, and intention. I have created a life that truly feels like mine, filled with love for my children, for those around me, and for peace within myself. My journey wasn't easy, but it brought me to a place of inner peace and has shown me that true joy comes within. I am grateful for every lesson, and today I live with understanding that I am enough. Now I want others to know that no matter how dark life might feel, it is always a way forward, a way back to the light. If my story can show anything, it's that we each have the power to find love and peace within ourselves. We are all unique in our own ways, and it is okay to take time for ourselves, to step away if we need to heal. There is a light at the end of the path for all of us. Sometimes it's just waiting for us to be ready. I am a living proof that no matter how lost we may feel, we can find our way back to the life of love, peace, and purpose.